In this lesson, we're going to take a look at solving for the initial value in an exponential function word problem. The problem presented is zebra mussels have invaded a local lake. A tank containing a test population has been monitored for a 21-day period, so there's the time period. At the end of the monitoring period, 500 zebra mussels were present in the tank. There's the future value, or the final amount. And if zebra mussels grow at a rate of 6% per day, so there's the B value, the base, how many were initially in the tank. So the unknown value here is A. And if I just set up the equation using all the other elements, we know that there were 500 when the time period had ended. We know that the unknown value is A, the initial amount. They were growing at a rate of 6% per day, which is 1.06. And how many days were they monitored? Well, they were monitored for 21 days, and there we have our equation. So simply solving for A, I can just say, all right, I'm going to take 500 and divide it by 1.06 to the exponent 21, and that will be the value of A. On your calculator, if you just plug that in, you'll see that A is 147.0 and then 777. So we can see that initially there were about 147 zebra mussels present. Okay, so pretty easy. We're just isolating for the value of A. Now, I said that we were solving for the initial value. If you interpret this question slightly differently, well, you could rewrite the equation so that you are now solving for the future value, if you like, or the final value. So consider if I interpret it in this way, that today, after the 21-day monitoring period had finished, if I consider that to be time 0, then we actually begin with 500 in the tank in front of us. They were growing at 1.06, okay? And we know that they were monitored for 21 days. So I can put a 21. Now, if I was interested in knowing how many zebra mussels were present 21 days in the past, that is, when they first started monitoring the tank, then I could just write the equation as that. And that means that the number in the tank 21 days ago would be equal to 500 times 1.06 to the negative 21, and you put that in your calculator and you also get 1.47077, which is 147 zebra mussels. So again, it just depends on which way you interpret the question, but when you're solving for the initial value, all you're doing is isolating for A.